And now, here's your host, Dee Spencer, the working lady.
Body. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't see myself. Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome to another edition of DeeWorks Live. I'm your girl, Dee Spencer, the working lady. And if the work won't come to D, then D will go to work. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I am so excited to be back. We did a kind of a pre-show. We're back on Friday. And then, Monday. Y'all know what happened on Monday, right? Monday was the big shutdown. Okay. Monday was the big shutdown. I think it was just an experiment to see. Now they had us on lockdown before, and now it's like, let's see what happens. I feel like it's like, maybe it's a Squid Game experiment. Like, let's see what happens if we take away their Facebook and their Instagram and their WhatsApp. Let's see what they do. Let's see who takes who out first. So maybe it was that kind of situation. Who knows? I don't know. But all I do know is that, there was no social of media. Well, there was some social media. Hey there, T Hart, what's going on? There was some social media that just wasn't the main social media. So we've got to ask ourselves, what have we learned from this, people? What have we learned? I know I have several friends who have been advocating, who have been saying for the longest that we all of us who rely on social media, that we need to have our information living somewhere else besides just Facebook and the Insta or the gram. Okay, because if it shuts down like it did, then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah, what are you gonna do? What did you do? Hopefully it was a time to regroup. And then the other thing that was so funny was that some people were like, they needed to call people. And a lot of people rely on Messenger to call people. Like, don't even know people's phone numbers anymore. Just like, oh, let me just call them on Messenger. Boom. And there's their number. And you could just call them. Couldn't do that on Monday. It was a hot mess. It was a hot mess city for quite a few people. I want to first of all give a shout out to everybody who's checking me out on all of the social of media platforms that there are. Today, I'm using as many as I possibly can. So we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. 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 Hey, TikTokers. How y'all doing? What's up, Miss Ann Ellis on the Instagram Live? Thank you for checking me out. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. Shout out to my Facebook fam. How y'all doing? Listen, I have missed being here. I've missed being here with you all. But you know what? It's okay every now and then to take a break. Okay. So a lot of people talk about being podcasters and all of that. And with podcasting, people do things in seasons and they broadcast all these episodes and it's in seasons. Well, I don't consider myself a podcaster. I consider myself more of a vlogger, a vlogcaster, broadcaster, live broadcaster. And so it's not really in seasons, but you know what? Maybe I should just do that every now and again. Just make it a regular thing just to take a break, because sometimes you just need a break. But not only that, in the midst of that, I was working on quite a few projects. So I definitely want to give a shout out to my friends and my family at the Concert Scenario, which I directed that production. It's an audio to video book production that's going to be coming out really, really soon. And I'm going to be having the writer and executive producer on next week. So on Monday of next week, put it on your calendar. We're going to have a guest on the show. Oh, wait, let me get my chat over here. If you're watching on Instagram, YouTube, or any of those platforms, type your name down in the bottom. And most importantly, share this post. Share this post. Share it. Share it. Share this post. Share it. Share this post, okay? So somebody else can have the opportunity to be entertained with all of my shenanigans. Because there are many shenanigans that go on with DeeWorks Live. But it's all in the spirit of fun and motivation and keeping you inspired and empowered. So I see T Hart is here. I don't know who else is here on TikTok. Type your name down below so I'll know that you're here and I can give you a shout out. Say hi, say hello, share the post. And then Facebook, let me know. Like, let me see some typing going on. Let me see who's here so I can shout you out, throw your name across the screen and all that good stuff. But anyway, so I was working on that project. Then the other thing that happened, a funny thing happened on the way, was another thing that happened is that I have been, I have been painting at the Turtleback Zoo in New Jersey. Yeah, listen, Anthony, I'm trying to be pew, 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 all over the place. I have been painting at the Turtleback Zoo. Shout out to my amazing team. Listen, I got some stories for y'all on that one. I got some stories. I might need y'all's help even, because people trying to come for me. But they don't know. Okay, I got some stories. Let me finish. Okay, so I've been at the Turtleback Zoo since June. So that's been a great blessing. Shout out to Becky McDonald, who hooked me up with that great opportunity. And it has been so much fun. Bianca! Hey, Miss Bianca Jackson, how are you? Bianca, can't wait to connect. Yes, yes. And Miss Toya Pinkney, hey, on the Insta of the gram. Got my sister Renee Gray, got my brother Anthony Brown on here saying hey. But anyway, so we've been at the zoo. There have been so many fun things happening at the zoo, like being greeted every day by the peacock. Like that's a lot of fun. Like every day I walk in and there's a peacock strutting his stuff. But he looking a little shabby right now because he has shed all his feathers. That's a topic right there. That peacock, when we first started in June, he had like a full plume of feathers. They were just so beautiful and full and luxurious. And he was strutting his stuff, just like, y'all look at me. I'm the ish. Look at me. You know, acting all bougie and stuff. But baby, now they shed their feathers. He got like right now, one of them has like one plume. Just one plume that's just dragging on the ground. Thank you. T says she's been loving all my videos from the zoo. He's got one plume right now. He looks a mess. He's walking around there looking all depressed and sad because his little tail feathers are hanging off. But you know what? We all have to have a season like that. And just like I just talked about, you know, sometimes you have to take a break. Well, that's, you know, maybe that is showing us what we need to do. Like we need to take some time to like shed our feathers. Like we have our time to shine and things are going well and everything's going great. And you just like, you know, you turning your nose up at people. Look at me. I'm doing good. Ooh, my business is thriving. Ooh, I'm doing good. Turn your nose up. And then guess what? All of a sudden, appointments start shedding off. Bookings start shedding. And you're like, wait a minute. I was booked full for the whole... My book was so full, I couldn't even return phone calls. And then you just start seeing your book, your calendar just opening up. And then you began to wonder. And then you're not walking around with your head held so high anymore. But you know what? That's an opportunity to regroup. Because when I did my research, what I found out is that these peacocks, they shed their feathers between like September, October, November, whatever, and that they grow back even more regal and beautiful than ever. So next week, on Friday, I'm going to show you all some pictures of this transition, and we're going to watch the transition so I can show you all. And so I understand that these feathers grow back, and they grow back even more luxurious and full and bright and colorful, that peacock color that we love. And so that's how we have to be. We have to be willing sometimes to shed some stuff so that we can grow some new feathers, grow some new attitudes, grow some new businesses, grow some new things, you know. And so we have to be like that peacock. Oh, somebody say they're frozen. Refresh. Zuri J, what's up, Zuri J? The new mommy, y'all know our number one who sits in the number one seat on the DeeWorks Live platform. Zuri J just had a baby. Oh, wait, let me see if I got a clap. I think that's playing. Let's see, my little clap. Shout out to Zuri J. She has a beautiful baby girl. Yes. So I'm super excited. My new niece. Yeah, Renee says the peacock, she said, with his naked butt. And all the peacocks at the zoo are named Kevin. What? Why they too lazy to name the peacocks? Why they just lazy? They won't give them all individual names. Like they all named Kevin. Just Kevin. So all the peacocks at the zoo are named Kevin. What's up, Dolly, my cousin, watching from H-Town. Hey, cousin, I love you. Mwah. Hey there. And thank you. Anthony Brown says he's not frozen. Yes. And shout out to Kyle and baby Yessie and Kevin. Hey, shout out to you all as well. So that's where I've been at the zoo. So watching these transformations happening. And we've even had some transformations. And I'm going to digress. I'm going to try not to go into the negative that happened for me at the zoo, because I'm going to sit on that information. I'm going to sit on it for right now, because that's my trump, my ace, my trump card. Do we say that anymore? I ain't going to say my ace. We're not going to say the trump card. That's my ace card. I'm going to hang on to that. But I just want you, things that I want you to know is this. You have to be so solid in what you're doing. And this goes back to what I was just saying about growth. Sometimes you got to take some time off and regroup. And when you have the downtime, use that time to grow, to practice, to study, to figure out the things that you were already doing. What can you do to make those things better? Okay. So a few things that happened to us is that we had been working the festival circuit for like the last 3 years. We had been working the festival circuit. Oh my gosh, we're getting up. And I don't know if you've ever seen my video of me loading and unloading my Tetris mobile. I call it the Tetris mobile because that car, I would load my tent and all my supplies and face paint and airbrush kits and tanks, CO2 tanks and weights and this and that and signage and all this stuff into my car. I'd be loading them up every weekend. Myself, Chandra, Renee, Jen, Zuri sometimes, just different people who've come and work with me. We've been doing that for the last 3 years and just putting in all this work. And then we get this opportunity to go to the zoo where they gave us our own gazebo, everything stationary. We don't have to load anything in or out. We just show up. We have our stuff locked in a case, and then we just pull it out the case and then put it back in the case at the end of the night. We don't have to be lugging stuff and carrying stuff. But we learned so many things by being on the festival circuit. We've been through tornadoes and storms and rain and no customers and making no money and making a bunch of money and, being able to like just do this. And then some days coming home like, oh God, how we going to eat this week? We've been through all of that, but we took all of those experiences and we used that to learn and grow so that we could be better. So in being better, one thing that I know is with confidence is that we understand customer service, we understand value, we understand pricing, and we understand all those things. We understand people getting the most for their money. We understand all those things. And so for somebody to come through and for one person to come through and try to come at us, baby. And see what happens. Sometimes when people see you, when they see you, and because they don't know you, they think that you're nobody. See, they don't know who you are and who you know because they're so caught up in who they are and their prestige that they just think that you are a nobody. But see, just because you don't know my name doesn't mean that I'm not somebody. I got friends too. I got friends in high places, low places, middle places, all over the place. So, come on through. Come at me. And so I said all that. That's right. Renee says, and we understand our worth. That is so true. Hey, XOSM. And so I said all that to say this. I'm constantly saying, and we're getting ready to go in what the topic of the show is today, because I really need you all to understand this. In taking time off, in practicing, in studying, in learning, connecting, and growing, if you do those things, if you do the homework during your downtime, when you get into your season, then you'll be able to function at a level that is stellar. And you don't have to make excuses. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to stutter when you quote your price. You don't have to back down. You don't have to walk in fear. Oh, come on, somebody. Y'all don't hear me now. Y'all don't hear me. You don't have to walk in fear. What's up, DJ King Royal? You don't have to walk in fear. That's what I'm talking about right there. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Oh, what is this? What's this new thing that done popped up? Record up to, oh, okay. All right. StreamYard. Anyway, but you don't have to walk in fear. And we're going to talk about that. But before I talk about that, I want to do my birthday shout outs. And two very important birthday shout outs I have to give today. Yesterday was my baby brother's birthday. Well, he's the second baby brother because I got one under him. DJ King Royal says, uh-oh, she preaching. Not yet, but I'm getting ready to. That was the pre-sermon right there. That was the announcements. But my baby brother in Houston, Jannard JJ Smith, had a birthday on yesterday. And, you know, I have to say it. That was my baby, y'all. He might be the reason why I don't have no kids. Because, honey, I used to have to get up in the middle of the night with him, change his diaper, throw up, barf, all that, rocking back to sleep. I did all that. And I was like, I don't want no kids. I'm just kidding, Jannard. You didn't scar me. I'm just kidding. I'll tell you all the story of what really scarred me about kids. But I say that, but it's you know, at the end of the day, God has the final say so on who has kids and who doesn't, whether you believe that or not. Yes, it's in your destiny. Okay, so my destiny is to be the auntie, because everybody got that one auntie in the family that don't have no kids, but she cool as hell. That would be me. That would be me. Yes. So anyway, so Jannard, happy birthday in Houston, H-Town. And then you all, my girl, Chandra Mustafa. That Chandra is the lady who is always working with me, painting at all these festivals. What is this flying? What is it flying around? Gee, Jiminy Jiggies. Was that a lantern fly? No, it wasn't. But anyway, but always painting with me at all these festivals. She has been through thick and thin and the storm and the rain. I've been through the storm too long. Yeah, she's been through all the storms with me, Jen, her, Renee. We have been through some storms, honey, let me tell you. And so I have to say super duper happy birthday to my bestie. That is my business bestie. She is my business partner. We teamed up. And again, this goes back, that's a whole nother, oh, let me write that down. That's another show. That's another show talking about teaming up so that you can be great. Sometimes you got to team up with other people so that you can be great. Okay, that's a whole, we'll do that one. We'll do that show another day. That's a whole nother show. But anyway, happy birthday to my girl, Chandra. I love you so much. I know, and I love her because she dedicates a week for her birthday. So she is in Pennsylvania, I think now, celebrating her birthday. So shout out to you, Chandra Mustafa. You all be sure to go to her page, show her some love, because she is my ride or die. And anybody that can put up with me, they somebody special, okay? Because I'm not just a nutcase on camera. So I got some issues outside the camera too. But it's all fun. It's all love. Because if you know me, you know that everything that I do is geared towards showing love and helping somebody else and inspiring somebody else. So shout out to you, Chandra. Hope you had a happy birthday. And I also want to say happy birthday to Faustin Cirillis, who had a birthday on yesterday as well. So shout out to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, you all. Happy birthday. All right. So now, without any further ado, because I don't want to be on here too long. This is going to be quick. Well, allegedly. It might be quick. It depends on you all, how interactive you get with this conversation. So today, I want to talk about fear. Are you allowing fear to drive your life? Are you? Raise your hand if you are. Type a 1 if you got fear. You haven't. Some of y'all got businesses and you have not been back out here because you're scared. Type a 1 if that's you. Or if you don't want nobody to know. It's okay, because we're going to help you. We're going to try to help you get over that hump today. Okay? Some of you are not getting what you're worth because of fear. Type of 1 if that's you, meaning somebody wants to pay you for something, but you too scared to charge them because you don't know what to charge them, because you scared if you tell them a price, then they not gonna want to pay it, and so you just scared. Or you done undersold yourself, undercut yourself because you scared. Well, if I say it's $300, then they might not go for it, so I'm just gonna charge them $100, even though it's worth $300. If that's you, type of 1. If you are walking around here in fear of putting somebody in their place that's disrespecting you, type of 1. We're going to help you get over that hump today. Well, at least we're going to make an attempt to help you get over that hump. Your issues might be more deep-seated than just this conversation. And if that's the case, then the prayer line will be open later. Okay. But anyway, so some of you are walking around in fear. So my question today is, are you allowing fear to drive your life? And there are people that you really believe got it together. You think they really got it all together, and they really don't. They walk around here. I see some 1s on the screen. First, we got some people saying happy birthday to my girl Chandra. She's going to go back and see this later. Joyce got some. Joyce, how many? Lord, Joyce got 25 1s on the screen. Hang in there, Joyce. Hang in there. Renee Gray says, fear keeps us from our greatness. And then Joyce says, I know my worth. I have no fear of that department. That's true. That's true. For sure. You definitely do. She don't have no problem telling you her price. Okay. But there are some people that do. So here's the thing. There's a lot of people right now, and even before the pandemic, and now it's gotten since the pandemic, is that they are scared. They have allowed this pandemic, like they were already had some fear of starting their own business, fear of starting something new, fear of quitting their job because they wanted to follow their passion, fear of not wanting to make that next step to buy that new car or buy that house or invest in those stocks or invest in, NFTs, if that's your thing, Bitcoins, if that's your thing. Those fears that you've had. And the pandemic didn't help. It instilled more fear in some people. Like, we've even seen fear as face painters in children. Those fears are passed on to children. We've seen fears in some people's children scared of people. You say hide, and they start hiding behind their mamas, hiding behind the mama's skirt tail. Well, some of that got more to do with. Anyway, okay, but the pandemic has instilled a lot of other fear. Even more, it has amplified people's fears. And so now, what's happening as the world has begun to open up, there are people who have just shot right out the gate. Some people never stopped doing anything. They were still having underground parties and doing this, that, and the third, and they, reckless living, and then there's those people who are still peeking out the window, because we spent a lot of days doing that Because when we were homebound, just looking out the window, seeing if anybody was walking outside. Because remember that one point, I don't know if anybody else experienced that. Like, remember that one point when the pandemic first started and like, we didn't know how this mess was spread. Like, can we walk outside? We can't touch nothing. We can't, you peeking? Is anybody walking outside? Is anybody outside? Oh, look. Oh my God, they walking. Oh my God, they don't got no mask on. Oh my God, they don't have no gloves on. Remember, it was like that bad. So so people went through that fear. And then as we started to really figure out, people stopped letting people come to their house. You could barely call them on the phone. Don't call me on the phone because, Corona might jump through the phone. Don't call me. Mm-mm. So we went through this phase of fear, that heightened fear. And then as things began to open up, people started coming outside. And some people shot out the gate. Ooh, finally they let us out. They let me out. All I got to do is wear a mask. I'm out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. They went about and started doing their business. And then you still have that. And then you had that selection of people who were like, okay, I have illnesses, immunocompromised. I got kids. I got grandparents. I still can't go out. And then as things started to get better and we started getting into this, shot mode. That's all I'm just going to say, shot mode. And it, started to get better. But there's still some people that's peeking. Can I come out? I want to come out, but I'm scared. I'm scared. There's people that still, do y'all know that there's some people that still have not come out of their houses to really get out there and get back to doing their businesses and get back to doing things because of fear? And what I want to tell you is this. I've always said this on my show and to my friends, push past your fear to get the job done. Push past your fear to go after your dreams. Push past your fear to start something new. Push past your fear to try something new. Push past your fear to reinvent yourself. A lot of people they just can't do it. They haven't been able to do it. And what I want to say to you is this, is if you're still in that place, guess what? You're missing out. You are already behind the 8 ball on a whole lot of stuff. You're behind the 8 ball of blessings that have been promised to you. Who is it saying? Faith over fear. That's right. T. Hart says faith over fear. That's right. And she said, amen. You're behind the 8 ball of missing out on your blessings. And see, there's some people out here, not only are they doing that one thing that they were doing before the damn demic, as some people call it. That's right, Margaret. Hey, cousin. There's some people that's not only coming into their season of what they were already doing and being blessed and growing, but now they're coming into new seasons and new opportunities. Listen, if you have not paid attention, do you see how many job openings that there are? There's a lot of job openings. Everywhere you turn, there's job openings. Why do you think there's so many job openings? There's so many job openings. Well, number one, because a lot of people done left here. Ain't nobody talking about that. Because how many millions of people they say is gone? That's how many. Think about it. If millions of people done left here, I lost count of the numbers. However many million people done left here because of the virus, that's how many job openings are available right now. I'm just saying, potentially take maybe 2%, 5% of that and minus, and then that's how many jobs might be out there. But what did Joyce say? Joyce says her ones were for the pandemic. I know she said ones were for the pandemic. Okay. And then she says, I was not okay about coming back into the outside. I know, Joyce. I know you were like, I don't want to come out. Oh, don't make me. Renee says, I wasn't playing, walking or breathing hard outside. Right? We didn't know what was going on. Joyce says, that's me peeking out the window. Hey, what y'all doing out there? Ooh, let me see if they fall out. They went outside. Let me see if they're going to pass out and die first before I go out. You go first. Okay, so that's what a lot of people were doing, and some people are still doing that. Some people are seeing, what did you say? I'm not okay with that. I rebranded my whole business. Yes. Some people, and Joyce said, Margaret says push, which is pray until something happens. That's right. But so there are people who are, I was talking about the jobs. There's a lot of jobs out here. But you know why there's a lot of jobs out? Okay, number one, because a lot of people going up out of here. A lot of people have left companies, but also because a lot of people have come into their season, meaning they have stepped outside of their fear and figured out that I can make more money working for myself than I can working for this company. But not only that, I can make more money working for myself, being an entrepreneur and getting out here and creating my own livelihood without the stress, minus the stress. Okay? Because believe it or not, there are so many people working these jobs, these corporate jobs, who are just so overly stressed that they have just made themselves so sick that they can't even hardly function because of job stress, work stress, business stress. But when you get out here and do it for yourself, listen, I cannot tell you all how exciting it is to wake up every day doing exactly what I love doing. Making other people happy, doing art, creating designs, coming up with designs, painting kids, making kids happy, even though sometimes there's some parents that try to test you, but it's okay, because even that's fun. It's even fun trying to it's even fun trying to figure out how to take a person who has a bad attitude and flip it for good. And we usually do it because they come up there. Oh God, I got some stories. They do it when they come up with it. We're like, ma'am, we only the child can be in here because we practicing social distancing, blah, blah, blah. I gotta see my child. Ma'am, they're like 3 feet away from you. Like, you can see them. They're right here. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna do a blog about my experiences. Some of y'all parents, I love y'all, but what's wrong with y'all? Some of you, just saying, your child is right here. Do you act like that when they get on the school bus and they have to disappear for 8 hours, 6 hours, however long them kids go to school? Do you do that? Do you do the teachers like that? Probably not. But anyway, so there's a lot of jobs out here and job openings because people are figuring out that I can do it for myself. I can make my own way. Hey, Jay Renee, what's up? Hey, Four Eyes, what's up? And so there's people figuring out that I can make my own way. I can live life on my terms by creating my own sources of income, my own revenue streams, my own ways to do things. And so for those of you who are still got your eye looking out the blinds, got the blinds open, just looking out, I'm gonna need you to close that blind, step back, put some clothes on, and come outside and play. Okay? Come outside and play. Come outside and live your best life. You're sitting on talents. You got creativity. You've got skills. You've got things that you can do. But because you are afraid, you just won't do it. And so you're sitting back, and fear has the steering wheel going. You letting fear drive you. Why are you letting fear have that kind of control? I challenge you today. I'm challenging you today to take that steering wheel back. Take it back and stop letting fear drive you. If you have a business, and as Joyce said, she rebranded her business and she rebranded, repriced things. don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to quote your prices. Don't be afraid. And if you've taken the downtime, to practice, to study, to figure out what you need to do to make your business better and greater, then when the time comes to be able to find your target audience, find your target customers, find your target business, your main businesses that you want to target to provide your services to, then you won't be afraid when it's time to quote the price, when it's time to say what you can provide, to say what you can and cannot do. And the other thing that you cannot be afraid of, you cannot be afraid to say no. What do I mean by not be afraid to say no? Don't be afraid to say no when you have set up terms and you've established a certain order that you're going to run your business. And then when you set up those parameters, when you put those parameters in place, and then you tell people, okay, here's the parameters. I've quoted you the price. You've agreed to the price. Here's the contract. Here's the date to pay the deposit. And then guess what? They don't pay the deposit. They don't sign the contract. And then you start, oh my God, they ain't signed the contract. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm scared. I don't want to call them and ask them. I don't want to say nothing. What do I do? They didn't pay yet. What should I do? Keep it moving? Keep it moving. You call and rent a car. Call and rent a hotel and don't show up. Guess what? You're going to lose that booking. You'll lose the booking. Call and book a flight. They used to give you 24 hours that you could make the reservation and you have 24 hours to confirm it. I think it's still like that. I don't know. I haven't flown where I had to pay for a flight in a long time, but you had 24 hours to confirm it. And in 24 hours, before that 24 hours was up, you have to call and give your credit card information and finalize that payment. If you did not, it was gone. Right? And so you have to be okay with doing that same thing when it comes to your business. If you send someone a contract and a commitment where they have to pay a deposit or pay the balance or whatever it is, and they don't do it, you don't need to be chasing them folks and running behind them and doing all that. Keep it moving. And then you've got to trust what you're doing. You've got to trust the business that you're providing. You've got to trust the service that you're providing, that another opportunity will come to fill that spot. And if you are only depending on the one thing for somebody to book or this or that, then you're not doing something right. Now, Renee says multiple streams of income is the new way to earn money. That's right. That's right. We've always heard that saying, don't put all your eggs into one basket. This is that time when it is not just a saying, it is a fact. It's a fact. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your streams of income into one place. You've got to have multiple sources, multiple resources, multiple opportunities to be able to generate income. And now is the time. Through all of this craziness that has happened, you would think that it wouldn't be. You'd think that, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? The jobs are closing. And now we're getting into this whole thing with that, with people having to have shots. Let me not say that. People having to have shots to be able to work or not work and all of those type of things. And I'm going to say this to the people that are just like, I'm not doing it, whatever. Listen, I'm not judging. I'm not judging, because every man for themselves. Everybody got to do what fits in your heart. But understand this. This is what I want. This is what I want to say to people. Understand this, that when you choose to not go along with what is required, then make sure that you got a backup plan. What's your backup plan? You got a plan? Do you have a plan to live on your terms? Because see, you can't be yelling and screaming about the system, the job, the corporate or whatever, because they put certain things in place and you're not willing to go along with it. Okay, that's fine. I respect you not wanting to go along with it. But do you have a backup plan? Do you have resources in place? Are you able to move outside of fear to do what's required to keep you and your family going? Do you have that in place? Have you made plans? Are you able to move beyond your fear? And that's what we have to do, is stop letting fear drive your life. Renee says, yep, my daughter fears her talents might make her what? Her daughter fears that her talents might make her famous. That's what it seems like. Wow. Now that's a whole nother story right there. The fear of being great. That's a real thing for people. Y'all know that that's a real thing. Like that's a real thing for people. The fear of being great, the fear of being amazing, the fear of everybody knowing how great you are. That's a real fear for some people. But what are you going to do to get over that fear? Now, there are some things that you can do to get over those fears. And one of those things is just get out there and do it. Just push past it. Just, tune out the noise, tune out all those negative voices in your head, tune out the negative people in your life. If you got people in your life telling you that you can't do something, then you need to tune those people out, get rid of them, find you a new set of friends, put those family members on pause, do whatever you need to do so that you can move past those fears to go after your dreams, to go after what it is that you want to do. And then if it goes beyond that, if your fear is paralyzing you so much that like you can't think, eat, breathe, move, anything, you might need to that might be a whole nother level of getting some medical attention for that. And that's another thing is don't be afraid to get help to move past your fear. If you feel like you need some help moving past your fear, some people suffer from serious anxiety and those type of things. Hey, Deborah, how some people really, that's a real thing for them. And if that's the case, don't be afraid to seek help. And now in this age of online and virtual, it's even greater because guess what? You can get you a virtual psychologist, a virtual therapist, a virtual doctor. Early on, maybe about 6 months ago, I was having problems like, oh God, I was like I could tell I had a urinary tract infection. Don't know why, but I did. And I was able to go online, find a doctor online, get on the phone with that doctor, discuss what my situation was, and get medical help. Called in a prescription. As soon as I told him what it was, he immediately diagnosed it, called in a prescription, got my prescription, boom. Didn't even have to leave my house except to go pick up that prescription. So in the age of this virtual, there's no reason that anyone should be stuck. You can get unstuck. Get yourself unstuck. Hey, get yourself unstuck. Okay, get yourself unstuck. Get you some help. You don't even have to go sit up in anybody's office. If you still have that fear about germs, whatever it is, honey, virtual. You can get you a virtual doctor. Renee. Hey, Dr. Tachi. Hello. Dr. Tachi, I loved your show today. Yes. I'm going to have to get my show in sync with yours so that I don't miss yours and that I don't overlap. So I'm going to make sure I do that because your show is really great as well. Renee says that I had my issue from doing the PP dance. We was off, Renee. We had been off for some months, so I had not been doing the PP dance. Okay. She's talking about, okay. She just tried to put me on blast just then because confession. It's not a fear. I have like this phobia, this thing about public bathrooms. I hate public bathrooms. And when we're out, I know I shouldn't do this, but I will hold it until I get home if I can, because it's something about public bathrooms that make me gag unless I can find one and I know that it's like really, really clean. And even if it's really, really clean, I'm still like kind of iffy about it. I'm still taking my own wipes in there and my own paper towels and it. Yeah. So Renee's messing with me. So she's trying to say that's why I had the UTI. That's not Renee. We were off then, so I hadn't been doing that dance for a minute. Okay, so now. She put me on blast. Watch out for your team, y'all. Your team will put you on blast. I'm telling you some good stuff. Hey, Zuri. Zuri says, D. Yes. So I'm notorious for it. I will hold it like, okay. And outhouses are worse for me. Like, not outhouses. What do you call them? The porta potties? Oh, my God. Ah. Jeez. We got some stories about porta potties and stuff. Remember the rodeo, Renee? When I wouldn't go to the porta potty at the rodeo because it was dark. Whole nother story. We're going to have a D-Day where we just talk about some of my most outrageous shenanigans. Okay? That was up in Pennsylvania, too. We went to do a rodeo in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's a whole nother, yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, the whole point is not about that, Renee. It's about getting help to move past your fear. So if you feel like you need to get some help to move past your fear, you need more help than just a pep talk. You need more help than just somebody encouraging you. You need medical help to get past that anxiety. Some people are really suffering from depression and all of those things. Then, hey, I'm Kat Noor. Then I'm saying to you, don't be afraid. Again, is that part of your fear? Even being afraid to get help? Come on now. Now you're gonna have to like compromise on some of these fears, because if your fear of getting help is impeding your ability to get help for your fear of moving past your fear to go out there and do what you're capable of doing, then honey, I can't say we need to lock you up because you locked up in the house, and that's what we're trying to get you out of. So we just come outside and play. That's what I want to say to y'all. Just come outside and play, okay? All right? You can come outside and play. And I'm proof, and I have several people who are proof that if you are diligent, if you are aware of what you're doing and that you don't let your guard down, that you can get out here and work safely. You can do it. We've been doing it for a year and a half now, because we even started back in the end of 2020, the beginning of March 2020. We got out there and started doing festivals and things like that. And we know a lot of people still didn't really open up. A lot of things didn't open up to the end of 2020 going into 2021. So we've been out here doing this thing, and so we're showing that it can be done. But the thing I also want to say to you is that if you're walking around here so scared of listen, I'm a big germaphobe. It goes, yeah, the bathrooms are one thing, public bathrooms are one thing, and God forbid porta potties. Every time I think about it, I can't do it. I can't do it. What did you say? Faith over fear. That's right. So T-Har says faith over fear. So yeah. So, I got some others too, germs, that type of thing. But listen, get you a care package together, get you a little walking kit, got your hand sanitizer, your wipes, and your mask that you have in your car and all that. Just have your little, a little safety pack, and just don't let your guard down. And you get out here and live. Get out here and live your best life, because your best life is waiting for you. Your next best thing is waiting for you out here. So I want you all to get out here, and I need you to go and eject fear out of that driver's seat. Take the keys from fear. Let fear know you are no longer able to drive the car. You are permanently on restrictions. You cannot drive this car any longer, the car of my life, because I'm taking my life back, and I'm going to get in the driver's seat, and I'm going to get out here and make it happen. And I'm going to get out here and do it with confidence, with vigor, with excitement, with hope, with clarity that I can do it. Because if DeeWorks can do it, I can do it. Okay? So that's what I want you all to do. That's right. Take the keys from fear. That's it. Take the keys away. I'm sorry, fear. You're on punishment. You're grounded. Give me my keys back. Give me my keys back. I'm taking them back. You can't drive no more because you drive too reckless. Fear, you're driving reckless. You're driving me into the ground. You keep hitting stop signs. You keep running red lights. You keep running over people. You keep doing hit and runs, and now I'm just stuck. So you take your keys back. Take the keys back from fear. So you can't drive anymore. Driving my own doggone car now. Driving my car of life to success. and just do it. What you waiting on? Just get out there and do it. What y'all waiting on? Okay. So that's what I want to say to you all today. And the other thing, last thing I want to leave you with is, if you feel like you don't have the strength to do it on your own, like you just constantly need that pep talk, save this video and just replay it. Okay. But not only that, find you some friends, find you some people that believe in your dream, that can inspire you, that can encourage you, that can motivate you to keep going, to keep driving, to not loan your car out to fear again. Find some people that can help you do that, okay? Find you some people, because we're also in an age of not doing it alone. You don't have to do it alone anymore. Get you a tribe of people, and that's, I want to circle back to my girl, Chandra, and to my team. Oh, y'all, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. That's right. Dr. Tachi says, surround yourself with a village. That's it. I'm so blessed, because when I got this opportunity to work at the zoo, I needed a team to do it because I couldn't do it by myself. 7 days a week. I was working 7 days a week. Now, I did do all the 7 days a week for, like, what do we do? 12, 14 weeks straight until we went to now 2 days a week. But we did it. But I couldn't have done it without my team. I want to give a shout out to Rachel. I want to give a shout out to Krista. I want to give a shout out to Renee. I want to give a shout out to Zuri for just being a moral support right there. You know, she was cooking our baby. I got a new niece, y'all. So to Zuri, I want to give a shout out to Jen. I want to give a shout out to Dan the man, my support. But last but not least, my girl Chandra, pulling up on the weekends. She would work her regular job, but and this is, I got to get her on here. This is a person that's in the planning of making that transition to independence. See, that's what pushing past your fear do. It'll help you so that you can transition to independence when you push past your fear. Okay. So that you don't have to be a slave to that 9 to 5 or whatever it is, the hours that you work, that you hate that job so much that now that job is putting so many restrictions on you of what you can and can't do, and what you gotta have and what you ain't gotta have. So if you have issues with those restrictions and limitations that these jobs are putting on you, then what are you going to do about it? You got to push past your fear to make it happen for yourself. Okay? So I love y'all. That's my sermon for today. I don't know. That was just like heavy on my mind, for real. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like feel like I'm preaching, but I just needed to tell y'all that. I just needed to let y'all know that today. And that don't worry about the no's that you get. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Because when you get that no, that's because fear done drove up somewhere and you know, parked in a spot that you can't get out of. That's what happens when you let fear drive the car. Fear will get you blocked in so you can't get out. You got to wait for the other people to come out to get so you can pull out the lot. That's what fear do for you. Fear can't drive good. So get out the car, fear. Give me my keys back. Take your keys back. And stop letting fear drive your life. All right. Anyway, I feel like I just preached a sermon. Why did I do that? Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I promise all my messages won't be like this, but I needed to say that today. All right. So we got Friday coming up. Let's have fun Friday. We're going to figure out something fun to do on Friday. So be sure to tune in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. Thank you, Dr. Tachi. You did too today. Listen, I had to pull myself together. That's why I needed to come back and start doing these shows, because I look like a bum. I had stopped combing my hair. I had stopped putting my face on. So thank you for that. But so we're going to do Let's Have Fun Friday. We're going to come up with something fun to do. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go and do that, because how long I've been trying to get to 1,000 people on YouTube. You know what? Me and this YouTube channel. Okay. Y'all, come on. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll give you one guess of what it is. DeeWorks. DeeWorks. Okay. So go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I want to say thank you to each and every person that's here. If you would like to be a guest on the show, or you know someone who would make a great guest on the show, please hit me up. Hit me up on the Insta, the Messenger. Just hit me up, or send an email to deeworkslive@gmail.com. Okay. So I love you all. And let's see. Is it still in here? Of course, I have to always remind you guys that I still have my book, Greg the Green Grasshopper's Great Adventure. For the new people who just joined in, I am also a book author, and you can go and pick up a copy of my book, Greg the Green Grasshopper's Great Adventure, now available on Amazon. All right. Greg the Green Grasshopper's Great Adventure is still available. I guess it's time to write the new book. It's coming out. I already got a great idea for it. So I wrote Greg the Green Grasshopper in one day. How long will it take me to write this next book? 2 days? 2 days, maybe. Okay. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much. Renee says, Greg the Green Grasshopper. Yes, yes. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. And also, I do have a channel on Amazon. So you can go to my Amazon shops. I have a list of some great suggestions of things to buy, things to shop for that I recommend. So go to my Amazon shops, support my Amazon shops. You can find that. I have a page for it also here on Facebook, DeeWorks. And yeah, thank you all so much. That's pretty much all I'm going to plug for today. So I want to say thank y'all so much. I love you. Thank you for watching. Be blessed in your walk. Be good to one another. But most importantly, take your keys back from fear and drive your car yourself to success. All right. Love y'all. Catch you next time. And we'll see you on Friday. So we will be here on Friday for Let's Have Fun Friday. So catch y'all later. Bye-bye.